Hey guys, good morning. Good morning, Chris. Hey Sharon, how are ya? Sharon says, how to beat the dreaded Monday blues. Watch Grow with Sonya for some inspiration. Oh, I'm so glad that you are here. Trust me, I am easing into my day as well. How's everybody doing out there this Monday morning? Woohoo, the blank, fresh new start. Are you ready for it? How is your Monday so far? What time did you guys get up this morning? Tell me how you are this morning. I'm clearing notifications so we don't hear all kinds of dings and chimes and everything else as we're going live here. Woohoo! All right, we're gonna ready to rock. We're gonna get ready to rock and roll. Listen to me. In the mornings, my brain thinks faster than my words can come out. Than my mouth starts to actually move. 6 a.m., 4 a.m. Oh man, you girls are early birds. Jacqueline's up at 5. Bridget, you got up at 5 o'clock and you went to the gym? Wow. Wow, you're my hero today. Stacy, 6:30. Lisa, 3 minutes ago. All right, Lisa, get up, get your day started. I'll talk you through it as you put on your makeup and you get your day going here. Get your coffee going on, right? Sandy loves her Sonya caffeine. Oh, that's funny. Jan, 6:30. Wow, wow, wow. What a great way to start the day, though. Let's get up and get going here. So today I want to talk to you guys on a topic, and who was it? Was it Sandy or Jan who's mentioned it yesterday? Something came up. We were talking about, about the different prices that people put on stuff, and just like how every area was seeing different prices, and just the different prices in business, and what somebody is getting for something versus somebody else and somewhere else is getting, like in terms of price for them. And, I just made me realize that I haven't talked about this yet. I want to put it out there because this is what I believe strongly in. And sometimes you'll hear business coaches say, you should not do free, you should not do discounts, all those sorts of things, right? But when you're unknown and you're first starting off, I like to think that I'm a very real business coach. I'm the girl next door business coach because I have literally grown my business from the ground up. And so when I hear, business coaches or people say that to other people, know your value, never do anything for free, you're worth more than that. Yeah, you are, but you also know how business works and strategy. And sometimes those people forget that, in order to sell, sell their latest book, they had to give copies of it away for free. So people would promote it, right? They have to do webinars for free. And sometimes they do free things that you can download, right? In order to serve you up a little bit of appetizers that you'll actually go on to buy whatever it is that they're selling. And sometimes people forget when they're at the top, they forgot where they started. They forgot that in order to hit the ground running, sometimes it took some people to help lift them, all right? Sometimes it took some other people to help just give them a boost, because we all know that business comes down to relationships. Word of mouth is so important, right? And, they forget the part that, sometimes you got to put yourself out there and let yourself get out there in order for people to talk about you, right? So that you'll become on the lips of other people, that people will be interested and go on. I mean, it happens everywhere in business, right? Catherine's over there, samples. Yeah, I can go to the store and it still works, right? In business, that is just one of those things. And I want to talk to you guys about that when you first start off, especially when you're unknown. Musicians, have you ever heard of a musician that camped out and gave samples of their music just to get it into somebody's hands? Catherine's talking about samples. Have you ever been to the store and you know what I mean? There's so much competition out there and you want to stand out. So what they do is somebody is paid to stand there and cut that chocolate cake and put it into a little sample cup so you can taste it and go, actually, that's really good. Yeah, you know what? I will take one of those home today, right? I know from somebody who has a human resources background, and for somebody who literally came to this country unknown, moved from Canada to the US with no family, nobody, no work history. I started out from the ground in so many ways, right? And do you know what I did to be known in the local, to have a reputation, to be known that I was a good worker and that I needed references in the US when I first moved in order to go on to get a job? I volunteered. I was with the Boy Scouts and was a leader with the Boy Scouts for free on Sundays. My son was young. It was something for him to get out to, get to be involved with other friends, for me to meet other moms. I volunteered at Ski Patrol. I worked their dispatch for free. So I would go there and work while my son was in school, and I would work during the day while I was waiting to go through the process of being able to have a Social Security card, because you guys know that I immigrated here from Canada to the US. And so the stuff that I did for free was because otherwise I was an unknown, right? I was completely unknown. Nobody knew me. Nobody could vouch for me. And so it's the same thing in business, right? It's, and the same thing, I think about all the stuff that we do, what we start off with, like small opportunities, small things lead to big opportunities, right? And sometimes it's the things that we do because we take on the opportunity that can lead to something way bigger down the road. I mean, I don't know about you, but I remember my first beater car, right? I remember what I first paid for my first car, my first little car. And, she was an older car. I paid for it completely myself. And compared to the car I have now, there's a big gap, right? Because we start off with something before we get to the bigger thing, right? We work our way. So in the human resources world, I know that I just don't go in and people do this. It doesn't work because I've been on the other side of the management desk hiring people. When you walk in, when you have no experience, you have nothing on your resume, and you walk in and you want the management job. I mean, seriously, in the real world, do you really think that all of a sudden you wake up today and go, well, I think I'm ready to be a CEO of a business, and therefore I'm just not going to do anything to work my way up to it. I'm just going to go straight to the top. I want to be at the top. I mean, you're going to look at them and go like, for real? Yeah, you work yourself, right? You show yourself, you prove yourself. And sometimes you do things for free. Sometimes you do things on discount because you know what? It's the small things that can lead to the bigger opportunity. You guys get what I'm saying? Chris says free paint samples. You know what, friends? I have done a lot of things that have led to big business. Like I'm going to give you some examples of stuff like that, just to open your minds and understand when you start, it's okay that your stuff is not priced the same as everybody else's, that you're just doing something different in your business versus somebody else. And that's okay. You just got to do your business the way you want to do it, right? And do what you believe in and what makes sense and what you truly know to be the truth. So for me, I have painted free cabinet sample doors for people who I've gone on to do their entire kitchen because I had to show them first for free. Bring in your door. I'll show you a sample door. I'll show you what I can potentially do. And that goes on to something else, right? When you work for free with somebody and you work with somebody on volunteer or discount or whatever it is that you're doing. Now let me just stop there. You don't do this forever. I'm talking about when you're building your business. And right now, or if you're stuck in a place where you've had your business, but you just can't get off the ground, maybe you need some people to lift you. Like I say, right? Maybe you need some extra help and maybe you need to team up to collaborate, call it whatever you want it, but maybe you just need to do some stuff to get the word out there about what you do so people can start putting it out there. All right. And I'll talk about what I have done, but I just want you to know, I got my notes here on my phone last night. I laid in bed and I wrote some stuff down and I wrote down when you don't have a history of business but you know what, you're good at something, but it's the whole thing. You can be good at something, but if nobody knows you're good at it and nobody has eyeballs onto it, then you might as well be painting with gold because nobody's ever going to see it, right? So you got to somehow be visible. You got to do what you can. And sometimes, you know what, using your own powers. For me, you know what, something that came easy. I'm not talking about, giving away $2,000-$3,000 free things. I'm talking about, $5 and a little bit of my time, and I can show somebody what I can do with something for them that goes on to lead to something bigger. That's a big return for me. Yeah, I'm going to do it. All right. I'm not going to do it forever, but what I'm going to do is to build my resume. So some of you guys out there, even if you want to offer services that you're doing for people, but you just haven't had anybody to even practice on, anybody to even go into their home so they can go out and they can spread the word for you. So I wrote down, if you don't have history, you need to start a track record, right? So how do you get the ball rolling? How do you develop a reputation into stuff? We don't start at the top. We always start at entry level before we get to the top. All right. Don't ever forget that. You start off at entry level. You work your way up. All right. To the top. So we can't come out of the gate going, but I was told that I shouldn't offer any discounts. And I was told that I should only ask for the best up here because I am the best. Okay. Yes, you are the best, but we're also realistic here. Okay. You're starting off as an unknown. And you want people to have your stuff into their homes. You know what happens when you get stuff into somebody's home? They have friends and family, just like you do, who come over. I know it happens all the time. I'm going to tell you, I get calls all the time. Yesterday again I do somebody's kitchen cabinets. I was into my friend's home. They were absolutely beautiful. I saw what you did for them. What do you still do them? I would love to get on your list. Would you do my kitchen cabinets for me? The reason why is because you got out there and you did something for somebody. It's now in their life, whether it's on their arm, a bracelet you make, or something, I don't know, a couple cupcakes that you make for a little birthday party or something like that. Not ginormous, but little things that you can do, all right? There's all kinds of little things that we can do. And what happens is somebody sees it, right? Somebody sees it in somebody's home, word of mouth. What are they going to say? Oh my gosh, you know what? There is this girl, there's this guy, and this is what they do. Yeah, look at that. That's what they did for me. Oh my gosh, can I get his number? How many times have you, because word of mouth, right? Just like a movie, somebody says, you got to go see that movie. Yes, I do. I got to go see that movie, right? And how many times does it happen in your life where you see something that somebody has and now you want it? Well, if that doesn't get out into the hands of people, how are they ever going to find you? You got to leave a little cookie trail, okay? So this morning we're talking about we're leaving crumbs, okay? We're leaving a little cookie. And we don't even have to give away the whole cake. All right, we can just give little things, all right? Do little things. So sometimes we can, when we're first starting out in business, for me, when I first started out in business, I'm just trying to put myself back into the shoes of where I first started. So I'm giving you real good advice, is that I would paint stuff. I painted my home beautiful on a budget because I had no money. I realized the power of paint. I was a creative. I saw I was able to get furniture for real cheap, and I was able to make my home beautiful, and I loved it. And I realized I loved that part of doing it, and I didn't want to stop. So then I decided, you know what? I don't have to stop. I could keep buying furniture. I don't need it myself as much as I wanted to keep it some days. I could go ahead and I could sell it, right? But when you're first starting off, nobody knows you. So is it okay to start at a certain price point? Because you don't even know. You haven't even tested. Like, call it market testing if you want to. Put a certain amount of price point onto it to see if it sells. You don't always have to stay at that price. But yeah, you got to test the waters to even see if what you're doing is something that people want, right? That's just all part of being a good marketer, and to understand, if I got a business here that could survive, do I have a business here that people want? Okay, I'm going to put this amount of money on it. See if there's any bites. Have we ever used that expression before? See if anybody gives us any bites, right? See what they want. So we put it out there and somebody buys it. And remember how I say, remember I have a training, right? I have it on my other channel, and it's called, how do you know when it's time to raise your prices? All right. Now, what's not smart is giving away things for free all the time. What's not smart is doing discounts all the time, right? There's a time and a place to do this as you're building your reputation and gaining traction. So when you're putting a piece of furniture out there at this price point and it sells just like that, and in fact, there's 5 other people who want to buy it, all right, that's your note to yourself. That was a test. All right. Oh, that was a test and I passed, because people want what I just did. So you know what? I'm a creative. I can recreate that again. And this time I'm going to put a higher price tag on it, right? But sometimes we might need to do that a few times in order to see what people are gravitating towards, because we could do this over here. Nobody wants it. We could do this over there and they're selling like hotcakes. That was a great test. But if you put out of the gate a price way at the top, a lot of people, you might even lose your customers because they'll scroll by. They don't even know you. Like you haven't even built a relationship with them. And that's a lot of money for them to fork out, right? Build your name, build your reputation. What happens when you become known for something is that people will pay more for it because they know you. Do you think that every furniture painter out there who's now selling their furniture for $500, $700, $1,000, $2,000, do you think every painter out there, whether it's artwork on the wall or dress designers, do you think the very first dress that, I don't know, Vera Wang or some amazing wedding dress designer or creator, do you think the very first house, that they didn't do stuff for free, that they didn't get found through their work, but eventually they went on to build their reputation, and then their reputation could demand more of the money. But if you're demanding the money up front and you're just going right for that, you know what? Take your time to build up, right? Build up to everything. Like I said before, we build up to better cars when we first start out with the beater car. We build up from an entry-level position to a management position, right? Because we show people what we can do. We're showing them our visual resume, and people hire us, right? They see what we're worth because now we have a trail. We have an archive of what we've done. But if you don't have those things, then yes, sometimes you have to do free and sometimes you have to give the samples so people can get a sense of what it is that you stand for, what you do, and how well you can do it, all right? So that's a way that you can, when you're first starting off, lower your prices just to see if you get any bites, to see what people want, right? If you're going down a good avenue, or if there's no bites at all, and maybe, you know what, maybe you need to like switch to a different business, because maybe that's not the best that you could be at that particular part, right? That's why you should do what you love, because if you're doing what you love, you're doing it anyway. So when you probably are first putting stuff out there, you've done it so much that your stuff is already good because you've been doing it behind closed doors. So you can do also like free and exchange for referrals, or discounts in exchange for referrals. So when I first started painting kitchen cabinets, going back to that example, you just fill in anything you want here. It doesn't change with anything, all right? So I could not paint kitchen cabinets for free. So this is a good example of how I am not going to do your cabinets for free for you, all right? But you know what? When I first started out and I decided to go down this path with our Junk Monkey paint, then I thought, you know what? I'm going to need some examples, right? So what do? I'm not going to go out and buy new kitchen cabinets to paint on. I'm going to go to people who, you know how I got into it? I put out a post and I said, who's local and would love for me to do this to their kitchen cabinets? And I found a picture that really represented my style, which was shabby, distressed, right? I didn't want to be the perfect cabinet painter. So to me, that didn't allow for creativity. It didn't allow my joy to come out. And so, my first few cabinets were like, oh, we want distressed white farmhouse. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then I had an offline chat with them. And I explained to them that I'm building my cabinet painting business. All right. I'm so glad that you respond to me, because I think that we could help each other out here in this case. I'm willing for the first couple people that I help to give them a discount, because let me come in and let me use your cabinets as part of my social media branding. So if I come in and I give you a discount on me doing your cabinets, just know, and I'm going to have a contract with you, this is written on paper, that I'm able to use your kitchen, those pictures, forevermore in my social media. That I'm asking you to post on your social media the before and after into your friend circle, right? You can even take it further depending on how crazy you want to get. How many places have you been where, contractors or people who do services for other people, there's actually signs in their yard. Allow me to put up a yard sign while I'm working here, right? You could work out the details because you're the CEO, and never leave the deal. You're the one who creates the deal, so that it's not beneficial to you, all right? Set yourself up for success. Have it on paper, right? And you're still getting paid. But to somebody else, that means a lot to them, because, oh my gosh, I'm saving a couple extra $100 because you know what? Sonia, I understand what Sonia's doing here. And Sonia's already told the person that I'm not going to do this for everyone. This is me having a straightforward conversation. I'm looking for a couple people. So I'm so glad you reached out to me first. Okay. I'm willing to give you a discount, but just to let you know that the price I give you is not going to be the price that I give to other people that come forward. All right. So please honor that price that I gave you. Don't share that with other people, because I don't want them to be disappointed when you let them know that that's what I did your cabinets for, but that's really, you're just getting a deal. Let me explain it to you up front again, because this is me growing my resume, and this is a great deal for you. I'm going to go, oh my gosh. Oh, no, I won't say anything. No, I'm glad. No. And I'll tell them if anybody reaches out to me that, yeah, just reach out to her. She'll give you the price. Because when you're clear and you communicate and they understand they're getting something, that you're accommodating them for something that's beneficial to you, it's a mutual accommodation, and they are quite happy. All right. So what happens? Sonia now has the approval to do a live in this customer's home. This customer, you know what? I have, even with customers that I've done that for, they have come on camera and given a review live. So it's not straight from my mouth. I'm in their kitchen. They're touching and feeling. They're able to tell my audience, right? Because some people don't know you and they don't know if they can trust you. So sometimes hearing it from the person helps them make a decision of whether they want to hire you or not, right? So doing a collaboration with somebody else who lets you film their kitchen, put it publicly, use it in your marketing materials, will love you till the cows come home, right? Will help promote you. So guess what? Their kitchen's going all over their social media. You know that, right? They're hosting parties. They're hosting things into their home that people will come into. But you know what? You might never have gotten into that home, right? Because maybe the price was too much. So why not in the very beginnings to do some things like that allows you to open up doors that go on. Now, after I did a couple of those and I showed myself back to back of what I could do, then there's no more discounts, right? At that point, I have got now a reputation. I've got a resume of sorts of things that I've done, all right? And now I move on. And now people who are coming to me are paying full price. And you know what? That's the early bird price right there that they got, right? That happens all the time in business. And at the end of the day, you can put any price you want to, and they can pay any price that they want to. So, the people who got their cabinets done by me first really got a good deal because I got a good deal as well. And I knew that going into it. So you don't just do free and discounts without strategy. You do free and you do discounts, and you do those collaborations of sorts, knowing that small opportunities lead to big opportunities, right? Small, humble beginnings lead to big things, Think about any business out there. I mean, I don't know. I was reading something on Amazon yesterday. Amazon, we all know what it is today, but it started in a garage and it was an online bookstore. An online bookstore. Now, do you think the power that Amazon had as an online bookstore from a garage compared to the online bookstore plus that they are right now has different firepower? Absolutely, because they've worked themselves up, right? And how many times do we hear about people who have amazing success stories, but they didn't start there, right? They did not start there. Maybe they started, reading poetry publicly, reading it in an open public free space before somebody found out. They put themselves out there, right? And even applying it to like things like that we do with other companies. We go on to collaborate with other companies and things like that, right? And we reach out to them and we want stuff from them. You know what? That's a great way to open up dialogue, right? Don't be like, if you don't pay me enough, if you don't give me all the stuff, then I refuse to work with you. I just think that's a little diva-ish, right? I just do. I just think that you should be grateful that when you work with another business as a collaboration and you think about how a small collaboration can lead to big things, volunteering can lead to bigger positions, things that you do can lead to other doors that just open up, right? The doors that open because you opened one little knob right here, all right? That goes on to lead to a bigger castle, right? Like, I just think sometimes people forget where they come from, and they tell other people that they forget to tell other people that you got to start off earning a reputation. You got to do the work, right? You just don't start off and get paid $1 zillion for your stuff. You start off, and sometimes it's a small collaboration. Bridget says, how long do you continue discounted prices? As long as it takes you just a couple, 2, 3, and then go on. Make sure you take good photos. And before you do the discounted prices of whatever it is, fill in the blank that you're doing, know how it's going to help your overall plan, okay? So that means that this could go as far as you could really capitalize on doing something for somebody. You're still getting something in exchange for it, right? Whether it's a free product, whether it's a shout out, I don't know, whatever it is that you're seeking. All right. So even when it comes down to free products, people reach out to me every day for free products. If I had to give out free stuff to every single person that reached out to me once they recognize you as a business and a growing business, I wouldn't even have a business because I would have given it all away. So for me, I'm telling you from the position that I sit in, that when people reach out to me for free, number one, you don't have to respond to every request, right? You'll understand that with boundaries going up as you grow your business and you just have more and more people wanting things that you have. But you know what? Some people might say, oh my gosh, you're doing something with their paint. You should get it for free. They should pay you for it. What happened to the part of somebody's also paid to get this thing right here, right? They're giving away for free. There is a relationship. It's a two-way street. For me, if I give out a free can of free paint, I'm so froggy this morning. You know what I'm looking? I'm looking to see if that paint ever makes it to see the light of day. People accept things for free and they don't even go on to do anything with it. I learned that. I gave a lot of product away for free. In the early days, I got better as a business owner. People say stuff, I'll do this for free for you, or I'll do this, send me some free stuff. It could be any business. And you know what? They accept the free stuff and they never ever do anything with it. Well, I'm not, you learn from that, right? And so for me, if I give out, something for free, a lot of people that I work with, I'll say, okay, well, what did you have in mind? How did you want to use the paint? What are you going to do for me? All right. I guess that's what it comes down to. So when you're approaching companies that you want to work with out there, if they're sending you something for free, know that you're not the only one banging on the door for free. So if you got something for free, you should be thankful, number one. And number two, it gives you an opportunity to really have dialogue with them, because if they responded back to you, there's a lot of people out there who want stuff for free from them. All right. I guarantee it, because I'm experiencing it. I know they are. And so now somebody took the time to write you back. You know what? Now you have the opportunity to show them your reputation. I'm just not going to take it and run. I'm going to show you, I'm going to have dialogue. You know, this is what I was thinking about doing. And I was going to do maybe a live on this, demonstrating this, or I was going to paint this and I'll be sure to tag you, all those things. And you know what happens? When I get tagged, I'm speaking from my own truth here. When my business gets tagged from other people who do a great representation of it, I love to share it. All right. But that dialogue would have never opened, you know, if there was just I don't know, if there's weirdness up front, right? If there's a demand up front, you're not even going to get anything from me, right? But you know what? Like for example, yesterday, this is what I'm thinking about, so might as well just say it. I sent a can of paint to somebody and some monkey shine sealer to somebody who worked with me and said that they would love to try the products, would love to go and potentially using our products. I've heard great things about it. And it arrived with them in the last couple of days. And last night, my company was already tagged with hearts going, oh my gosh, I'm debuting a piece with Junk Monkey Paint Company's paint that I've never used before, right? And I'm like, yes, that is so awesome. I love to see that, right? Because now they've gotten something for free because the product is not cheap. All right, we know that. I loved it when I got free product when I first started out in business from other companies, because you know what? I had no money and product was expensive. Plus, I knew that if I used their product and did a great job on it, there was a high chance, not that I demanded it or expected it, but there was a very good chance that if I demonstrated their product in the right light, you know what? I just might get a share on their page. And they have a bigger audience way than me, because I got like 2 people or 20 people or 200 people or 2,000, and they got like, I don't know, a way lot more than me, right? That's like a collaboration. But don't always go into it expecting stuff for people to give it to you. You got to say, what can I do for them? They're a business owner too. They are a live person. I'm a business owner. They're a business owner. They just might be ahead of the game here, but that does not mean that I demand things of them. It's a two-way street, right? They're just still growing their business. And so strike up collaborations. Think about the products that you use. Think about the people that you could reach out to and ask if they would work with you. You know, ask, they don't have to. And so just like you know, you get to set the price, they get to decide with who they work with. But, you know, it's because that I took stuff for free from people and went on and painted with them, that now I have contacts with public relations and people, live people in companies, that if I ever want to do another collaboration out there down the road, you know what? Sonia took a free product. She turned it into something beautiful. She did a blog post. I don't know. We did a great connection right there. And now, you know what? If Sonia wants anything else, we're going to send it to her because she's proven herself. She's got a reputation, right? And that can help you gain traction. And so never overlook the fact that doing free and doing discounts, all that stuff, like, yeah, that just adds who you are, helps you network. And the power of networking alone is very, very big, because you can go on and you can make lifelong networks, right? People who started off doing this and now all of a sudden, yeah, the company is going, you know what? You did a great job on this. I'm going to come back to you. I got a bigger project and I think you would be perfect for it because you've delivered, you've done all these things. So never forget that you have the opportunity to prove yourself when you're first starting out, okay? And a lot of times we want to go right to the top, but don't forget to do the work down here. Word of mouth, reputation, reviews are awesome. Maybe as part of, if you do something for somebody, you're making something for them, you're giving them a discount, you tell them that you're first starting off, and as part of what they need to do is they have to leave a review. They have to leave a review on your Google or on your Facebook page, right? So even though you're thinking, well, I'm taking less money, I'm giving them a discount, you're getting something back that's going to help your business. And that's strategy, that's strategic, that's doing free and discounts and knowing that it's going to serve you rather than hurt you. Because you can't do free all the time. Otherwise, you won't be in business. Then you just have a hobby. And in fact, you know what? I don't even know what you got, because if you're giving it away for free all day long, you won't have anything. You won't even have money to be able to buy the things that you need to do, right? Jan says, I've given wreaths to people for charities to be auctioned off. Yes, I have done that a ton of times as well. In fact, I just did a donation a couple months ago on the piece that I did, the piano bench, right? I just moved here again, guys. You know, talk about moving and changes and stuff like that. I just moved to a whole new area again where I don't know anybody, right? And you know what? I love to open up dialogue with people. I love people to know that I'm here. I want to move to a community and be part of a community. So yeah, I'm going to share and I'm going to donate something. All right. And you know what? My name is going to be on it. And you can ask that if I donate that, will my business name be on it? Yeah, absolutely. Right. Guys, you saw me donate a big, giant, massive box of paint down south to a beautiful organization that works with individuals that have special abilities. And I know the therapy that comes through the power of paint. I'm happy to give that away for free, right? I'm happy to share with that. And they can go on and do whatever they want to do with it. No expectations, but just don't stop being you. And if you want to give something away for free, if you want to do a discount, when you guys find the book that says the law of business, do this to reach exactly where you need to go, please tag me in it, okay? Because there's no book that says this is the rules to business, all right? Like there's no, because every business is different. You're different. I'm different. Everybody builds businesses different ways. And if you want to donate something, you should be free to do that. Now, if you spend all your time donating, then that's the issue, right? You got to have balance. But there is nothing wrong in serving your community because your community is made up of people. And you need people to be able to have your door. My business doesn't exist without people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you forget the part about serving people, instead it's, I'm coming out of the gate and I want top notch right now. I don't do anything for free. You might as well just give me, pick out all the green M&Ms and feed me now, right? Like it just sounds a little out of touch, right? That's not how good businesses start. They start off, and sometimes people forget the very beginnings of business. And so reputation is so much because you know what? Yeah. How good is a good reputation? Think about somebody who has a bad reputation. All right. Put it into like the contrast. All right. I want to have a good reputation because a bad reputation, you know what? You might never do business in that town ever, right? Because something goes wrong. So, and word of mouth. And we all know word of mouth and the negative stuff will pass around more than the good stuff, right? I'm going to stay on the good side over here. All right. I'm going to work my business drama free, stay in my lane, doing what I do. And you know what? Understanding that business is serving people. And at the beginning, when I'm first gaining traction, yeah, you know what? I might go even a little bit further to help serve my people because I'm an unknown. And I really want to show them what I can do for them. I want to have dialogue with them. I want to work with those people. So you know what? If there's somebody that you want to work with, you know what? Start having conversation with them. Don't be upset because you know what? They don't give you exactly what you want. Think about what you're asking from them. And maybe sometimes you don't even ask anything from them. Maybe sometimes you just, you know what, do something and then do a tag them in it. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even expect that. And they shared my stuff, right? They put me in their Instagram stories. They mentioned me on a Facebook Live, whatever, right? No expectations, but just do what you love and put yourself out there. Brandy says, I believe you have to give to receive. Oh, that is a good one. Absolutely. Lori says, I've started asking people for reviews on my page. Not always easy, but they are always more than happy to do it. Yes. And I honestly, if there's something that you guys want in business, ask for it. I got to be completely honest with you. If you have a following right now of any amount of people and you just wish that they would take action and do something, why don't you just ask them? Like, if you ask them, have you gone live? Obviously, that's the best way to build relationship. But if you just said to them, friends, would you help me? I'm trying to, you can even go, like if you're doing something, you're giving them value, right? You're not leading with the, I want you to help me get this. But you know what? This morning, we're going to work on, we're finishing up this beautiful buffalo check here. Say to them, friends, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. And if you enjoyed this, I would love it if you take a moment to share. In fact, you know what would really help me out? I'm really trying to get a personal goal of 500 followers right now. And I am so close, but I'm stuck at 459. And I can't quite make up the last little bit. If you would take a moment to share this video, if I've served you well and you love what you've seen, that would just be the bee's knees to me. That would make me so happy and help me. And at the end of the day, it doesn't cost those people anything, right? And if you've served them well, you know what they'll do? They'll give you a share, right? Or they'll help, if what it is that you want them to do is, would you take a moment if you haven't already to like my page to help me get to whatever your goal is? Ask your people to do that. They will come and they will help you. They will help you get there because they understand where you're coming from. They understand your heart because you're not, hidden. Now, if you're somebody that's hidden your entire business and they don't know your smiling face and they haven't figured out who you are as a person yet, then they might be a little standoffish, right? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to show them to my wall. I don't even know who they are, right? I just jumped on. I don't know who they are here. So again, like in a room of strangers, like, okay, well, let me get to know you first. So don't be afraid to ask your people for that. Bridget says, for the furniture painters, how about if we offer to paint a small piece of furniture for a friend for a free on a live? Absolutely. You can totally do that. If you don't have money, like this is how I would use it. If you don't have money to go out there and buy pieces of furniture, if you don't have, okay, you want to have a furniture custom painting business. Therefore, it makes sense for you to show people how you paint furniture. Maybe you don't have money to go out and buy a piece of furniture today because you know what? Things are tight. Been there, done that. Maybe you don't have the ability to get out right now because to get a piece of furniture because you don't have a truck. All right. Been there, done that at times as well. Oh man, asking somebody to help you out, especially when you don't have your own set of wheels, that can be rough, right? That's a whole other stress, right? Maybe you don't have somebody with you to help you lift a piece of furniture. There can be so many reasons why, but that does not mean that you can't have a great furniture painting business, right? You just need something to get started because the whole thing is you're going to paint for other people. So yes, you could go to a couple friends that you want to serve and you want to help out and you go, listen, you know that I work my magic with paint. You know what? Bring that to my house. Bring that to my house this weekend. I will do it for you for free. As long as you know that I'm going to want to paint it live for people. All right. You give me some creative control over what I'm going to do with it. You tell me what you like, but let me kind of use my creative abilities because that's going to be a showpiece for me. All right. Okay. All right. You like neutrals. I'll just do something with neutral, but something really cool neutrally. I don't think that's a word. Neutral for you. All right. Perfect. And when it's done, you got to promise me this. Let me come over and let me take a picture of it like up against your wall. All right. Or you got to promise me that you'll take pictures of it and you'll send it to me so that way I can have a before and after. Right. Now you've got a piece of furniture that you didn't have to pay for. You didn't have to go find a way to get it. You didn't have to find somebody to help get it home in place. They brought it to you. You have an example of something that you can demonstrate your work on. All right. They're going to come get it. You got an after photo and now you got your before, you got your after, and now you got their permission to use that as a way to promote your business. Look what I just did for Lisa. What a difference. I can do that for you too. Do you have one that you'd love me to paint? Send me a message, right? Do you see how it's used? Now, we're not going to do that forever, but we're going to do that to earn a reputation and get traction and start building our business, all right? And I use this example at the very beginning. Authors out there, okay, think about this, a brand new author that has never written a book before. All right, so what they do is they have some initial books that they give out for free, and they plant them in the hands of people that they hope are going to give them referrals or that they're going to basically give their referral to, okay? They give those books for free in hopes they're going to get something in exchange for it, right? Because they're an unknown person. And sometimes it takes somebody to back up the other person, to support, to vouch for the other person, right? And so if you have somebody out there, an average person vouching for what you came in, oh my gosh, she came in and she whitewashed my fireplace. I was so over frowdy brick. And you know what? Jan came in and she did it. It's absolutely beautiful. She's taken pictures in front of it, for the occasions with the kids, whatever. That is going to be so strong because now that person is vouching, right? That person is vouching for you. They don't know you, but they trust their friend. So if you're an unknown book writer, that's what you do. You send out free books in order to get people talking about you because otherwise you're not even known. You're not even established, all right? Think about that. If you're a cake maker and you never made a cake for the public in your life, you have, but you haven't done it as a business. So really, it's only for like your friends and family that you've done it. And now you have the opportunity to offer up what you do where there's going to be a bunch of people ingesting it. You do it really well, right? And they're going to be talking about that. So, but you're strategic about where you put it, right? Like where would your customer? So if I'm going to do shabby distressed, right? If I do shabby distressed, there's probably places that even if I do it for free, I'm not going to do something that doesn't fit my business. All right. That's a waste of my time because I don't want to promote something that I'm not, right? So you have to think to yourself, What are some places that I could collaborate with that this would be a good use of example of what I could do for somebody? And start off like that. Start off really, getting your reputation. Jocelyn says, I definitely say use your friends and family to help. Oh, they will, especially your friends and family. And you know what? They will talk you up because they already love you, right? They want to see you succeed. A true friend and family member, they want to see you succeed. So they will definitely help you. It's, and plus it's easier to work with them as you're first getting started out. So you're working with people who might give you a little bit of extra rope when you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. You learn on stuff. I forgot how much time it takes me to do this. All right, I got to run home. I totally forgot that, right? Like it gives you a chance to write up a list for yourself of all the things that you're going to need that when you go out and you're no longer working for friends and family and doing a few things for them. Now you're going out into the public, right? Which they will only grade you on the work that you do. So they're going to be a lot more sticklers. They're going to be, they're going to really size up what you're doing, right? And you got to make sure you're doing a good job. You know what? Doing discounts is also a great thing for you because if you're telling them, hey, this is what I've been doing, this is why I'm doing it, and you're going to be my guinea pig. I'll give you a discount. Understand this is a discount for this reason. We already talked about at the beginning, some things that you can say, right, in the beginning of this video. You're my guinea pig, all right? So you know what? When you do something, you go, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to bring in my plug-in heat gun. All right, give me a second. I got to run back to the house. I'll be here. They're going to be like, yeah, all right, I'll see you in a bit, right? Here's the key. Let yourself back in. Do what you got to do. Then you learn from those things. And the next time when you actually go out now into somebody that's not a friends or family, you go, okay, do not forget the heat gun because you've had a chance. You've had a chance to open up the sails, okay? You took the boat out sailing and now you've learned some lessons from it, okay? And you can take some more people on board now. Now you can start the tours because you've learned this stuff, right? Jan says, I've seen several ladies who do a small live and say, now go to this person next. It helps you grow. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Helps you grow and you get more people to follow you. They did tips of small projects. I love that. So she's talking about collaborating with people who have shared audiences. Remember I said yesterday, a candle is not going to diminish itself by lighting another candle, all right? What people are finding out, because you know what? You watch people for different reasons. People give you different things. You can have a lot of different books that you love. You can have from a lot of different authors. You can watch a lot of different shows, and it doesn't take away. Every show is good in its own way, right? Because you love the characters for their own reason. So, when you're doing those collaborations, yes, because the bigger thing is, you're donating your time for free. You're right. You're serving your audience right now. And if you're doing those sorts of things with people who have like audiences, well, if they liked your friend, you guys are friends, you're very, very similar, chances are they're going to like you as well. And they're going to follow the both of you guys, right? Even here on YouTube, you guys heard of YouTube collaborations. And if you're big into YouTube, you know what happens all the time, right? Two big names come together, they do something together, they each promote it on their page. Viewers, basically, you get the cross action happening, and now you've got things going on to both channels. Every channel is in their own right an amazing channel, but what it happens is somebody is introducing their friends to another friend, right? It's like I talked about the other day. It really helps when you have a collaboration of somebody saying, I vouch for this person. They're my friend. They're awesome. I invited them here today. We're going to do something, right? And now, even in the day that we live in social media, you can do split screens where you can have two people up on the screen at the very same time, right? And you can do those things. It's amazing. Yes, it's called a follow train. Just make sure you do it with people who are in your in your style community, right? So for me, doing a follow train with somebody who's in, I'm just trying to think, somebody who might be in a world that really doesn't really fit what I do, our audiences are probably going to be different. So yes, I would definitely collaborate with people who are in the same vein of what you get, because the whole point is when you do a collaboration with somebody, there's that audience sharing, but the audience sharing won't happen if people don't get what you're doing, right? Kim says she loves my cup. I got this one's still Christmas. This is my year-round Christmas mug. It only comes in style once a year. It says, have a holly jolly Christmas. Once a year, I'm in style. What can I say? Gian says she has the opportunity to set up with some other ladies at the shop, my wreaths and home decor. And I said, yes. There you go. Yep. And if you can do it, understand that people really miss the touchy feely. Like when you're out at an event, you have a captive audience, number one, because I don't know how many people you're there with, but you know what? That's what they're looking at. So you are right in front of them. But people also miss. Are you guys finding that too? They're missing the touchy feely. Like there's, as much as there's a lot of things that we can do online in business. Have you heard of the phrase we're over connected yet we're disconnected? People do love to go out and they love to be able to buy it right now and to be able to touch it and feel it and talk to the business owner and be able to see them and be able to put it in a car, bring it home today. So putting yourself out there only leads to other things. I had an opportunity come up this week, and you guys will hear more about it. I'll share it as everything gets worked out. But I had an amazing opportunity come to me this week. And they came to me and asked me if I would be part of a very, very large event. And it will be obviously a paid event for me to do, and the potential, right? So putting yourself out there live and showing people what you're all about, like I said, small things lead to greater opportunities. And sometimes you start off volunteering and just showing up and, yeah, I'll do it. Be the yes girl. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll say yes. I'm saying yes. Say yes to things that will help move your business forward, right? Sandy says, Sonia, how can we all do a collaboration on Facebook? E.g., we all do a video with thrift items. Yeah, just like we were just talking about the share, follow, train with the painting tips, just change it up to anything you want. So if you find, like, I hope you guys are finding friends here in this community, because that's what I want it to be. I love it when you guys are just having your own conversations. I see your comments, by the way, over to the side. That's why I'm pointing there. Right now, they might be down below for you guys. But yeah, I love it when I see you guys talking back and forth to each other, because I know that collaborations and networking, man, is where the magic happens, right? Why do you think people pay for masterminds? Have you guys heard of the term mastermind? A mastermind is typically where people, and it can be quite expensive depending on who you're in a mastermind with, but it's a bunch of people that come together and that they meet up regularly, and they all agree to help cross promote, to promote each other. They become a tight networking bunch. And some masterminds can be quite expensive to get into, but you don't have, if you want to start a mastermind, you can get with a group of friends and say, all right, let's go mastermind this together. All right, let's go share each other's stuff, promote each other's stuff, and work together as a tight knit bunch, right? So yeah, you could mastermind with a couple people who are in the same vein as you. And then just like we talked about a little bit ago, who was it that said about they're doing the DIY follow train, right? Where you come on, you go, okay, I'm taking 7, you take 7:30, you take 8, you take 8:30. And what happens is one live starts at 7 o'clock and you're talking about, hey guys, and you're all thrifting channels, like whatever. Make sure that this is why it's important. You're going to lose, the train's going to fall apart, okay? If you don't keep people engaged and it makes sense and you're connecting with people that have mutual audiences, right? Like very similar audiences. So you could come on and you could do, hey, this is what I found out thrifting. Here's my friend over here, Sonia. She was just out thrifting. She's on standby and she's getting ready to open up her bags right now. If you want to see what's inside of her goodies, I've linked her page below. All right. The next page goes, thank you so much. If you missed my friend Jan on the front, here's her page. I am linking her below. She just threw it to me. So if you're over here from Jan's page, just want to say a big hello to you and to all my regular followers. I'm going to get into my haul right here. All right, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to throw it over to my friend Vicky over here. I'm going to tag her below. Vicky says, thank you to the person ahead of them, and tags them. So everybody's equally getting, you see what I'm saying? Like if you want to do something like that, you just pick the topic, you get a group of friends together and you just, you promote it together. You cross promote it. All those people jump to all the pages, right? Yeah, that's just what happens. Kim says, how exciting, Sonia. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I know what you're talking about. Yes, opportunities that come. That's a great idea. I'm like, oh yes, go back to the beginning, Shirley. We're talking about today things that you can do to really get traction, to start off, to like really make a name be known for yourself, and even covering stuff like sometimes you just have to, you know what, you have to do things for free. You have to do things on discount. You have to do things that allows you to get your name out in a place where people will see. People who are your ideal client potentially will see, right? And that should end on that as well. That don't when you're doing things for free and on discount, you got to think about how it's going to affect the overall picture, right? Don't just do stuff for free to the point where now you just exhausted all your money, all your supplies, and you got nothing, right? You gotta have a beginning, you gotta have an end date for it, the goal of what it's going to achieve. All right. So if you did something for free into somebody's home, maybe it could be as well that, you know, like this would be beautiful. Do you have a friend that's a photographer? Okay, that loves your work. All right, this is how free can work to benefit you. I have bartered pictures for free. So if I didn't do free, my business wouldn't have a lot of starts that it got. All right, so that's why I'm going to tell you, as your daily business coach, don't ever shy away from doing what's in your heart if you feel like it makes sense for you. But yeah, you can give props away. I've given peanut furniture away for free in exchange for a set of a bunch of like photos. Somebody came out and did a photo shoot for me. All right. Or work that in as part of the price where my budget, the most I could pay is this much, but I could pay the rest of them and something I could do for them based on, you know, it's barter. It's a good old barter system, right? We can barter with fellow business owners. You know, if you can do something for free into somebody's home that's a photographer and say, hey, listen, I will paint that for you because I know you love my work, but here's the deal. You gotta let me, you know, get me the piece to me. I'll paint it, come pick it up. But here's what I want you to do for me. That could be part of your deal. I want you to take 3 amazing photos for me, like the beautiful ones. I'm talking about the gorgeous photos. Those photos that can go on into being on your website, that can be in your header, in your profile picture, something that's going to help you move your business forward. If that is not a good use of using something that comes naturally to you, your superpower, your zone of genius, all right, and you can whip it and do something pretty quick, right? And you're able to do that for somebody else who can, for them taking a couple pictures, that's like you painting a piece of furniture, right? Or whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you do, because this works for anything. Just think about that, right? And they're happy to do it for you. So when I'm going to recap, starting off, finding people who you can network with. Sometimes free comes in exchange for referrals, for word of mouth. Sometimes you give discounts and make a few exceptions for people for the good of your business overall. You know that word of mouth helps. And so if you're doing something for somebody and you have the opportunity to do it, that word of mouth can go on and help you so much in your business and put you into the community and really build a reputation, right? You get reviews from it. Reviews help build social proof. Social proof is a thing where people look at and go, oh, wow, how many people like this? How did I not know about this? Well, they must be good because look how many people follow them. I don't want to be the first person. I don't want to be the last person. So yeah, I want to follow this person too because they probably got something good. Look at all these. Every like that you get is like a review, right? It's like a visual of this many people like my business. Therefore, my business must be good. That's just pretty much how it works in general. That's how social proof works. Looking at the likes, looking at the follows, they must be good. A lot of people like them. Therefore, okay, all right, this is somebody I'm going to look at. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, okay? So if you pulled up 2 pages and you moved in town, all right, you moved in town. I'm using this as an example because I just moved. And you start from scratch and you don't know nobody, all right? And you need a plumber. And this plumber here don't even have a Facebook page, all right? Well, that number 1, that's going to be a problem. Number 2, this one here does have a Facebook business page, but you know what? They haven't posted on it in a gazillion years. And they only have, I don't know, they have 2 followers. They have 20 followers. And this plumber over here, oh my gosh, the reviews that this dude or this guy has got, posting all the time, customer reviews. Look how many people likes his page or her page, how many follows they got. Okay, all right. I think out of all those 3, the first one I'm going to call is going to be this one because they have social proof, right? Small things turn into bigger opportunities. Sometimes it's what we see somebody do for free for somebody. Then they go, yeah, I can do that for you. Obviously, you're going to have to charge you for it. Sure, absolutely. How much do you charge for it? Because you had a chance to get it out, right? So show them that they can trust you. And sometimes you do free for people the first time just to show them who you are. And the next time you charge for it, right? And there is no shame in saying, you know what? I was at a time where in my business where I was just starting off and growing my business. And yes, I did do a few people at that price. I gave them that price. But as my business has moved on, so as my pricing structure, and I will be happy to send it over to you. What is wrong with that? There is nothing wrong with that, right? So when you're first starting off, if you want to price at a lower price point than somebody else, there's no shame in that game either, because you know what? You got to test the waters. You got to market. You got to see if people even want what you have, and then get it into people's homes so more people can talk about what you did. Start something. Start something from nothing. So if you're not doing anything right now, that's a great way to do it, right? To showcase what you're doing. Put your skill set on stage, right? And get the opportunity. Take it and run with it. And then, like I said, as you build your following, you can charge more. Or the first couple you don't charge, but then you do. That's how you work free, and that's how you work discounts. Valerie says, what fantastic ideas. I have had my page for a while and have been nervous to do lives. I keep waiting for it to be perfect. Just time to jump in. Oh my goodness gracious, right? Listen, tomorrow is not guaranteed to anyone. I don't know about you, but I just want to live my life on this planet, doing what I love, helping other people, and being the best version of myself I could possibly be. And I'm sure you're like that as well, right? You just want to have a good day. You want to come home at the end of the day, and you want to live a life of quality where, you know what, where things are a little bit easier for you, right? Because success in business, like I always say, means different things to everyone. Not everybody wants to make $1 million. Some people just want to work from home in their pajamas and, you know what, be able to make enough money so that their husband can work with them and retire, because both of them are creatives and they want to work together. Some people don't want to give up their regular job. That's why I say business is whatever you want it to be, the success that you want to see. But yeah, like there is no time like the present to do whatever it is that you want. And but that's why I say there's no book that tells you your business has to be run a certain way. We can listen to people who have gone before us and listen, just like what I say to you guys. You can listen to me, and I've gone on before you, and you can take what I say and go, well, I have different opinions on that. Absolutely. You should have your own opinions, right? But there's nothing wrong with listening to other people to go, okay, that could work for me, right? That's why I think it's awesome to listen to people, to talk on people who have gone before you, because you know what, hang on their words and go, I should give that a shot. I should try that, right? We can learn so much. Brittany says, everybody have a good day. Absolutely. It is Monday. It is 9 a.m. and it's time to make it happen. All right. I had a cup of tea this morning. What are you guys drinking? I'm going to finish off my cup of tea, and I am going to get going. It's Matt's birthday today, guys. It's his birthday today. So that's fun around these parts. I can like tease him about how old he is. Kim says, yes, I feel the same way. Live life. Yep, you got to do it. It's your dreams. Not everybody's going to get them. So you don't have to talk about them with everybody. Find business buddies here in the group that are at the same level as you, that want the same things that you did. You don't have to explain to them why you want to do something this week in your business, something that's scary, and your husband's going to, why would you want to do that, right? Or whoever it is, right? That's in your life that you talk to. You don't have to share your dreams with everybody. Just do your work and just go on and do it, whatever you want to do, right? And happiness definitely is an inside job, because what will happen is, if you find some business buddies and you're over here and you're making plans together and it fills your happy bucket, you're going to be a better person to be around. You'll start, I don't know, walking with a pep in your step, and I don't know, things just seem a little bit better because you got probably something on your heart right now, on your mind right now, something inside that's been nagging you for a long time. Like you have because when you're an entrepreneur, or the desire to be an entrepreneur, we're cut from the cloth that might be different than other people. They would go, why would you give up a full-time salaried 40-hour job with, somebody paying that for you to like risk it all? Because being in business is risky. That's why I say not everybody is in business, right? You're like blazing your own path over here. And it can be scary to do that. But, if you want that, and if you've had that desired inside for a long time and you've tried a million different things, that's probably an indication that, you want bad inside. You want to be able to be your own person and to build your own platform and to build, stand on your own two legs and do your own thing and take vacations when you want and give yourself a raise when you want and, answer to your own self, right? Do it today. Like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Just do it. Start today. I'm going to tell everybody. Matt might be watching now, so thank you for those happy birthdays. Claudia says she needs more coffee. Lori says, thank you. You're welcome. Yes, absolutely. It's going to be a good day, right? You make it a good day. And whether it's a good day or a bad day, the amount of work never changes. You could be in a bad mood about to do what you had to do, or you could shake it off and say, you know what, I'm just going to turn that frown upside down and put myself in a good mood. I got to do it. Go listen to a song, go blast it on your phone or on the radio, or do what you got to do. Dance around your kitchen and go, I'm going to make it a good day because I got to do the work anyway. And you know what, if it's going to be even worse if all I do is just sit here with a sour look on my face. All right, I will see you guys again tomorrow morning. Ooh, nice. Chris is going to finish a sofa table. Can't wait to see that one. The one that you just did with the music notes were beautiful. And congratulations on your lives. I see what you're doing, my friend. I see what you're doing. Yay. Thank you for the bananas and the hearts. You're welcome. As always, my call to action to you is I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. It allows me to continue what I do daily for you guys. And also, I would love it if you would take a moment to hit the share button. And it might be down below, or you hit the 3 dots and it'll pop up, share the link over to your page as well, over to your community. And it is a great way to network and to just bring more people into the community. More people, will find out what we're doing over here, and we'll create a whole movement. So thank you for all your support that you guys give back to me. See you tomorrow.